Someone was asking me the other day why I use Cain in the arena. So I thought I'd do a video about that. So the main reason I use Cain in the arena is really like, um, there's not a lot of reason other than this was my arena a team for a long time. I've actually been using Cain in the arena since before Axel was around, and it's actually fairly successful. I mean, it's maybe not as good now, but Axel is generally the best defensive pet, right? Axel's a really good defensive pet. However, right, like I said, so he wasn't one of the original six though, so I was using Cain as my defensive pet before then, and Cain's a pretty okay defensive pet because he actually has this passive defensive ability, right? So Axel does literally nothing for the first 15 seconds of battle, so Cain actually adds a passive mitigation boost, which is nice versus certain teams. Oliver's kind of like Axel, but he only blocks versus physical attack. He also does nothing for like the first 15 seconds of battle, where Cain's mitigation boost is always active. There's no like charge up or anything. Plus he does some damage, unlike Axel or Oliver. So he's not too bad. The main reason I use him in arena though is just to kind of mix up my guild. So we have a different like guild pets, like such, because the case of sometimes I'll use a twins line or something, and like I said, I don't use Axel in Guild Wars that much, and just generally is just to kind of mix it up, because this was back once they introduced Axel and my Axel was strong enough, I started using Axel in Guild Wars, but kept Cain into the arena team and eventually stopped really using the twins on the Guild War defense. Like I said, the arena team, like I said, you just don't want to, if you use the same arena team as your Guild War team, then your rival guilds can then essentially use your team to test against your team in the arena for the Guild War. So you don't want to do that if you can. I mean, when you're starting out and you don't have a lot of heroes developed or whatever, that's fine. But generally, like you'll want to use a different team in in arena versus Guild War. And that's just generally the best strategy if you want to try to force a miss. Forcing misses is a lot of times tough, but yeah, if you can use some patrons that they don't expect, sometimes you can get a win that way on the defensive end. But yeah, there's just like so there's not a whole lot of other reason other than just try to do some different things. But I do get some wins on here with this team. This is not the worst team. So I used Isaac as tank team here. Kind of like Stone Cold, but with Helios instead of Jew. Right, like I said, it's like so Isaac as a tank, might seem really good versus Magic team, but Kane's like I said, he helps host physical attackers, so he gives them a passive dodge boost. Like I said, Aurora buffs dodge, so it actually is this team. I said it actually is more a successful team. I think Cain does some damage, especially when they don't have a proper tank who doesn't have good armor. Cain probably is going to be doing max damage to a hero like Isaac, because Isaac doesn't have enough armor to actually mitigate Cain's night shards. But we have, like I said, we've had a few defensive wins. Like I said, this is not necessarily a bad team. It's not as good as it used to be. But again, it's still okay for an arena team. Like I said, can get some wins, does get some loss. Like I said, this just kind of, I literally haven't changed this team in like almost 2 years. I think I updated the patrons once they changed the patronage with Asgard. That's literally the only thing I've done is like when they did Asgard changes, I did go and update the patrons. But yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys found this video fun and informative. Thank you for watching.